Hello, and thank you for joining me for our Adobe How to Create a Web Form demo. My name is Jamie Jackson, Senior Implementation Strategist here at Adobe, and I will be guiding you through this quick demo. Today, we're going to learn how to upload a document and route for signature. We'll also learn how you can assign participants if you have particular signers. We'll understand password protection. We could be dealing with confidential files. And then we'll also talk about the different signature fields and data fields that you can collect for signature. At the end, we will get a quick preview of the form that we have created today. So let's dive in and begin. Now, to start creating your web form right from our Adobe page here, we're going to start by clicking Create a Web Form. This first page here is the Add step. This is where you're going to create the name and also just designate how this form and action is going to work. Now, the very first thing that we're going to do is start by creating the name of our document. I'm going to come here and add the name. This is the pink Employee Handbook Acknowledgement. Now, coming down, we have our actions. This is where we can add our participants. So let's talk about selecting our action first. Today, we are going to be routing a document for a basic signature and date, but this is where you can choose your action. If we're routing a document for approval, or if we have a fillable form where we would like to collect data, maybe a company survey. Clicking Add Participants allows you to add multiple signers. Once again, if you're in an industry where you're dealing with documents that require authorized signers, this is a great way to add those specific users. And in the next step, you will see how we can designate a specific location for that person to sign. It's very simple. You can even adjust their action that they're going to perform. We're going to leave this as a signature. Here's where you would add that email address, or once again, adding multiple participants. If you would like to delete a participant, maybe you've changed your mind and you want to leave this as a general open web form, you can click this Remove Participant button, and it will leave this as a basic signature action. I plan on just hosting this document on a URL, sending it around to my teammates, so I don't want to add a participant today in our demo. Coming down to the next step, it's time to add our file. You can select files that you have maybe already uploaded into your Adobe account, but I'm just going to browse for a file on my computer, and I'm going to do a drag and drop. I like working with docx files. It gives me the ability to be creative on the front end and then just add all of my signature and data fields, which we're going to perform on the next step, right in that prepare phase. Now, before we move forward, you'll notice that you still can edit your settings. When you click that pencil here, this is where we would add an access password. Once again, for those confidential files, maybe you're in the mortgage industry. What I would recommend here is maybe picking up the phone and having a conversation with your participants and share that password with them, or send this in a separate email. This is a really great feature just to make sure that you're routing your documents to the appropriate person and we're not sharing any confidential information with someone who may not have access. Now that we have our file or files uploaded, it's time to move on to the next step. If you were to select close, this document will remain in draft mode until it has completed its creation and published. Let's click next. Now you can see that our document has moved into the prepare step. My file here, the employee handbook acknowledgement, provided by our pink team, is clear here in the system. Once again, this is just a docx file. I really like using that modern file type. You receive more functionality. Coming over here to the top right, this is where you can select your recipients. Had I added Stasia, you would see that I could specifically designate for her to sign this document if I were emailing it to her. Once again, a great feature if you're dealing with authorized signers. And if you have multiple signers, you can designate exactly where each person is responsible for signing. I'm going to leave this as a web form signer because once again, I am wanting anyone in my company to fill out this acknowledgement form anytime they receive the link from me. Coming down to our signature fields, you see the basics here. I have created a signature line on my document. So when I just drag that signature box, I'm going to place it right above the line there. Now, if you have not created a signature line on your documents, we actually have a signature block option. This is really great to capture not only the signature, but the email address as well. Those are timestamped too. Any signature field or data field that you want to remove, it is as simple as a right click and delete. I'm going to open my signer info fields here. I'm just going to grab that date and put that over my date line. I have now completed all of the required data fields that I would like to collect for my employee handbook acknowledgement form. Once again, if I close this document, it will remain in draft mode, but I've completed everything that I want to add and authorize for my signers. So let's click Create. Your pink employee handbook acknowledgement web form is ready. Coming down, you can see that we have a shareable URL, or if you want to embed this maybe into your company website somewhere, you have those options. For me, I plan on just sending this into an email, building a nice hyperlink, and allowing my new employees to acknowledge that they have received the handbook. I always think it's a good idea to just get a preview of the form from the end user experience. So let's click Preview this form. Once again, you get a firsthand experience of exactly how the signer is going to see this document. You'll even notice that Adobe guides your users where to click and sign. Since I added the date, it does automatically fill this in as the day they are signing this document. So just saves them a step for convenience. That concludes everything that we are going to cover here in our web demo on how to complete an online signature form. I want to remind you to visit our support center. We have a website where you can go and download a web form, which is a guide with links and walkthroughs on not only just how to route a document for signature, but it will also walk you through how to create a fillable form and also just route a document for approval. So you can download this document directly from our support site. We do have a video library where you'll find this video and a group of other videos. Remember, tech support is available to you 24/7 with Adobe. So you can live chat with us or give us a call, 555-5555. Tech support is option 1. For those of us on the go, don't forget about our mobile app options. You can download our app from Apple or the Google Play Store. Finally, I'd love to remind you to join our community. Stay in the buzz about what's happening here at Adobe and in all of the latest features. Great place to give your ideas and connect with other Acrobat users out there. Once again, thank you for your time and joining us for this quick web demo on how to create a signature form. Thank you.